70,650 men. So they did add a few. Yeah, I suspect that this battle is going to be pretty difficult. No artillery in the first phase. Bring in the cav instead. So my goal, I'm probably going to run the same battle plan that I normally run, which is one group goes this way, one group goes this way, and some skirmishers go this way, with the primary goal of destroying the skirmishers. So we're going to stack up first division. First division is going to take the left. Second division is going to take the right. Supplies. Shock cavalry behind. As soon as we spot the skirmishers, we'll jump them. Scout cavalry will help with that, and Kemper to keep people moving. Let's roll. Those guys advance in a screen that direction. Those guys advance in a screen that direction. Cavalry here. Straight this way. This way. And this way. Whereas second division will follow the road. All right, let's roll. I have a feeling that this initial skirmisher battle is going to be very important. Because we've got to kill these guys, and skirmishers are very strong. Don't get them in range. All right, captured him. That means redirect the cavalry. They seem to be more or less okay. Yeah, I think we lost 3 of the shock guys. Get these guys across the river and flanking. Get these guys into cover. Get those guys into cover. Shift 1, 2. Kind of head that way. Kemper there. Supplies there. Okay. It would be absolutely ideal to catch these guys on the river with the cavalry and just run them over. Guys haven't quite recovered their charge timer yet. One 3 rifle moves straight across. One grenadier moves straight across. Those guys surrendered. All right. We've got skirmishers on those guys. Second division is approaching. So we'll try to get 1 2nd Division unit there, 1 2nd Division unit there, 2 1 rifle there to start engaging those guys. Actually, have Kemper shift over here. Supplies go up the middle. This is going to be a losing battle unless we can push these guys into the water. Where's my... Okay, my other skirmishers are already moving up. These guys get up there too. Actually, have all these guys move up there. Yeah, they're charging my skirmishers. See how we're doing here. Yeah, I'm going to force him to deploy, get them engaged. They've come out of their encampments. Skirmishers did all right. They didn't get run over by those guys, and they should have. The AI is struggling with that melee cavalry. Should have those guys in a minute. Yeah. Okay. Lost track of where that cavalry went. That's probably okay. I'm going to get some skirmishers up into these woods to start engaging these guys. 1 2 rifle take the corner. 1 3 rifle take the front. 1 1 grenadier will take the right. Okay. Cav is going to deploy here and rest. Artillery just came in. Why would you make one guy go across the route like that? That makes no sense whatsoever. Those guys are already struggling with morale. Honestly, we need to find that artillery. Yeah. Have the skirmishers go ahead and push across. There's another full-size brigade over there. How the heck is he blocked? How are these guys in melee? What in the world? Yeah, move, everybody up. Look at that. Firing into his flank, completely ineffective. Oh, come on. Seriously? Notice the skirmisher resistance. These guys are getting hammered. But skirmisher resistance to artillery is fantastic. I'm going to try to move up on those guys' flank and get 1-3 up here. You took a little bit of damage there. Have those guys return. That's a bad spot to be being shot at. Those guys are running. I don't know how those guys broke their hold. Melee, maybe? Cav's ready. So, let's have them run straight across. Either kill the artillery or kill that infantry unit or kill both. Either or. I'm okay with that. Kemper needs to be up front. We need to put the 6-pounders somewhere where they can do some damage. There's no cover there. Move the supplies up. See if we can can't get the 12-pounders right there. Get some parrots up there. And get these 6-pounders, say, right there. I don't know that that's close enough. Let's see if we can't cram them in with the 12-pounders. Let's see if we can't get these guys to move a little faster. Nope, 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 nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is going to be tougher because these allied units are going to be junk. What do these guys got? 18 guns, 12-pounders. All right, so they got to get in close. Ah. Send them straight up the road. See who else shows up here. Anderson, 2,300 men. That's good. Gibson with 2,400 men. Why are these units so large? That's interesting. Jenkins usually is crap, but this time he's got Cook and Brother musketoons. And yeah, Jenkins is going to be a force to be reckoned with here. I'm going to dismount him and start work the flank of these guys. There might be skirmishers down there too, which is a battle Jenkins might be able to win. What are these guys armed with? Yeah. Crap. Compton's only 173 men? Wow. Actually, just run them over. If they've only got 173 men, I can just run them over. I'll send some skirmishers to help. They're flanked by these guys, but the fire from there is ineffective. We'll focus some skirmishers on them. Still flanked, but their morale's holding because they're killing Compton. Go Jenkins. That's revenge for every legendary battle where Compton's been a complete pain in my butt. I should be able to kill them now they're in the open. Might even be able to charge again. Yep, there we go. That should take them out. They're intensely resistant. He's only got 40 men left. There he goes. Yeah, have these guys right across here. That was fairly murderous, actually. Got my stragglers. All right, go this way, come up this way. Yeah, I do not remember these units being this big. Maybe my memory is confused or something changed about the scaling. But yeah, I don't remember these guys being this strong. Everybody moving? Everybody moving. Okay, the other guys are coming in. Yeah, get these guys to the road. Because the one thing we do not want is to be down in the pit. That was a lousy line. That was a lousy line. There we go. And I think some artillery is probably going to come in behind them. I'm going to go this way as well. I want these guys to stay focused on that cavalry unit if at all possible. What I don't want is people hitting the supply unit, although some of that's going to happen. I'm going to have to dismount these guys to get them to stop moving around. Yeah, artillery move up. Bragg move up. Yep, just have Pond fall back and we'll then engage. Things are happening very rapidly, much more rapidly than I'm used to. These guys are still holding out somehow. If I can push Buckland, what is this guy's name? Yeah, Buckland. If I can push Buckland back into the open, that'll be workable. I'm concerned about this guy. He's a 2-star and he's hanging out here. I need to get some artillery up there to take care of him. Let's see if I can't move the 6-pounders up there. Their reinforcements are coming. This guy's stuck in the swamps, so he'll probably be a while. Barrett's running. What I'd like to do is destroy McDowell. The problem is that if I send my cavalry down there to destroy McDowell, it'll wear them out, which I can probably live with. The alternative is just to let the skirmishers keep picking at them. Why are those guys deployed? Well, that stinks. It deployed them, and now they're redeploying to move. So the phase switch wastes time. Well, tell you what, we're gonna go for that artillery. Yeah, that wiped him out. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, send the cav back here to rest. Oh, so that unit, I don't know where that unit went, but it apparently took off, which is good, because now we've got Peabody. We can take the tree line. And the tree line here. I'm going to tell those guys to return and rebuild them. 2-3 guys are, yep, they returned. So we'll pop the skirmishers out again. Although I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them. 2-1 rifle, you guys can return. How are we doing? Artillery's on the way. What I would really like is for this unit to get stuck in a gun battle with a bunch of skirmishers. That would be ideal. Particularly if I can get them stuck on the river and just let the skirmishers gun them down. Where's my supply wagon? Make sure those guys have weapons. They've got some cavalry coming to help. I'm going to respawn these guys. Are they actually trying to charge? Okay, yeah, we can fall back in front of that, no problem. How are we looking here? 12-pounders, move them up. 6-pounders are in action. 10-pounders go. 24-pounders redirect that direction. Although, no, don't do that because I'm going to need them. in the later attacks. No, that was not what you continue firing at that guy. This guy was the one I wanted up here. I'm concerned about this cavalry coming into my flank, but I think we'll be all right. We can position the 2 scout units to put some fire into those guys if they decide to cross. Actually, let's drift left here. Get Kemper up here where it matters. And we don't actually want to chase these guys. We just want to deploy so that we can fight them every time they come back. How are these guys on ammo? Not great. All right, get the supplies down there. All right, let's see. 12 pounders are coming up. Move them even further. 24 pounders up the middle. I've lost track. Okay, yeah, those guys are good. Hare's gonna fold here in a minute, and then we're gonna end up crashing into marsh. I don't know why those guys stopped there, but let's move them forward. Probably because I told them to, right? And who's my strongest skirmisher unit? 1, 2. Have those skirmishers cross by going up and around the swamp. And then these guys will just dig in over here and hold those guys off. There's probably an opportunity for cavalry here, but I'm going to shift my cavalry to this side. Reason being is that we're gonna when the map opens up, we're gonna make a run for the objective. Yep, there goes Hare. Start shooting up marsh. Why are you blocked? That's ridiculous. Get these 10 pounders in close. Get the 6 pounders in close. Belay that. How these guys screen. No, where are you going? Why are you guys... Don't get involved in that. You're fine. The real danger is that cavalry. All right, how are we looking? Marsh got pushed back. Push 1, 2 rifle forward. As long as we push back that cavalry, we'll be all right. These guys up here. Okay. This is working well. We've pushed off that cavalry. They could come up in our rear, but I'm not overly concerned about that. We've gotten a good portion of their force down here in the swamp. We've pushed back Peabody. So these guys can switch directions. These guys can move forward. 10 bounders can keep firing. Yeah, let's push up the 12-pounder howitzers. Those guys can keep firing. Switch Kemp to the other front. Those guys have lost a gun, but they're still in it. How's ammo? Yeah, these guys are good on ammo. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, is this going to be a mess. All right, what do we? Okay, we got artillery. Yep, artillery, go this way, please. Breckenridge. No. Out to the road. Follow the road. Dig Pond in here. Dig Anderson in here. Keep the skirmishers. They can fall back. Pop Chalmers skirmishers, send them out here. Yeah, send Chalmers there as well. The other skirmishers are already on their way. Gibson, stay focused on those guys. Jenkins, stay focused on those guys. Yeah, actually, Pond, if I can get it, it's these units that are going to cause me a problem. These guys aren't falling back. Okay, so the cavalry and the infantry bailed. Shift the artillery. Have Gibson just run those guys over. And ideally capture those supplies, although I don't know that that's going to happen. Pawn, focus on, yeah, set up right here and focus on those guys. How are we coming? Tribu's on his way, but he's going the long way around. Or the short, slow way instead of the long, fast way. They've got more brigades coming up over there. If I get Chalmers there, I can free up these 2 skirmishers to deploy out here and help fight those guys. Actually, oh, yeah. Gibson, run. Okay, so we've got the artillery. I missed the supplies. Who have we got coming up? All right, yeah, come bring those guys right up to the front line. Jackson up to replace Jenkins. Actually, send Jackson through, because Ponton's going to be in trouble here in a minute. And Gladden as well, straight north. Send those 2 skirmishers after the supplies, if I can manage it. There's a unit trying to move into, okay, I may have to switch off. Yeah, Gladden switch off. Actually, no, rather than chasing the supplies, deploy the skirmishers to push this guy back. And get some skirmishers from the reinforcements units to put some pressure on that guy. Bragg here in the middle. Yeah, go. The problem is Allen. Although I can get Gibson up there to fend him off, I think. Jenkins fell back. These are what? 12-pounders. They should be hammering those guys. Look at how ineffective the 12-pounders are. Wide open target. Gotta block them from shooting these guys in the back. Skirmisher swarm! Okay, Tuttle moved in against Pond, but that now has Hodgson at point-blank range, which may or may not work. Let's deploy Jackson to tackle that guy. How's Pond doing? I may need Bragg up there. Yeah, actually put both Jackson and Gladden through that hole. I'll be interested to see how well Hodgson does at point-blank range. Ugh. I'm concerned these guys' flanks are going to get stuck out here. Pawn skirmishers got run off. What? Thought I told those guys to hold. Who's engaging in melee? Might be these guys. Gladden might have just hit Tuttle. Move these guys up to the edge of the forest, get a little bit better. These guys are what, 12-pounder Napoleons? No, these are howitzers. They got to be right on the front line. They're doing all right, though. Yeah. Why aren't those guys moving? We'll have Breckenridge take the south side of the fight here. That is a lot of enemy troops. Look at that. Tuttle's either charging or folding. I can't tell which. Look at Hodgson. He went from 60 kills to 241 kills. Holy cow. Yeah, it was Gladden. We got to get Tuttle off of Hodgson. Stuart's going to rout. Somebody else just got into melee as well. Oh, Jackson hit those guys. Gibson doesn't have any skirmishers. These guys are now up to 338 kills because they were slaughtering MacArthur in the front. I'm not sure what those guys think they're doing. Tell Jackson's skirmishers to hold. The only thing I'm concerned about is that Stuart's going to run over one of these skirmishers as he retreats. Oh no, don't target the guy. Move that way. Okay, they're on their way. I'm gonna have Pond's guys return. They're too damaged. Not even sure where Pond is at this point. Thought he was right here. Oh no, he's up here. Okay, yeah, they're clear to return. All right. Gladden taking point-blank artillery fire and exchanging shots with that battery. Woo, his morale's crap. Bragg, get up there. Gibson, engage Allen. because Gladden's in trouble. He's going to fold. Yeah, that artillery battery's pulling back. Yeah, he overran. I lost track of that, and he overran Anderson's skirmishers. Post these guys up here. Actually, Statham's skirmishers be the mainstay of holding those guys off. I think Gladden will be all right. Those guys are already returning. Breckenridge is with these troops. We can move these skirmishers up. I'll switch Gladdens to go with them. The real trick is going to be to get this force around behind these guys so that they cannot head for the victory point. Gladden's just going to keep taking artillery here. It's a bad spot. Tribute, keep moving. Moving north, moving north. Actually, have those guys return. They're too damaged to do anything useful. Pull the artillery out, shift them north. Slide the wall, try to grab those supplies. I think they've fallen back. The only one I seriously have to worry about is the one in the rear here, and I don't think that matters too much as long as my artillery keeps moving. No, don't attack, just move. Which means I can probably pull Chalmers out, send him north, and Anderson. Those guys are already on the move. Have Breckenridge stay with the skirmishers. Actually, yeah, it looks like they've given up. So let's send the skirmishers on. Those guys are already returning. Although I'm gonna scoop them around. Oh no, Anderson's right there. They'll just follow him. We'll leave Statham and Tribute there. Get Martin's guys going. What I actually would like is for them to come across like that. I don't know who's charging. I don't really care. guys are just burning condition. Grab those supplies, and then turn around and shoot Alan in the back. Now, the question is, can I... Yeah, I need to get those supplies. Actually, staying where they are might be okay. Back them out a little bit so that Alan doesn't run him over as he retreats. I think if I can get him to break, the cavalry can kill him. Actually, no, Gibson, stay there just in case. Tribou, switch. Take that guy in the flank. Yep, and this is exactly why Statham and Tribou's guys were hanging out there. This artillery unit finally made it out of the woods. Send him north. What do we got here? We got Hodgson firing at Sweeney. We got Robertson. Let's see if we can't get him around. Jenkins' morale is good. His condition's not great. Gibson's in no condition to charge and finish those guys off. I don't want to spend these supplies if I don't have to. But we'll get them behind Gibson, so there's no chance they're going to be lost. I'm going to have Statham keep wrapping around. Same with Chalmers. Martin's going to get ready to go straight into the enemy. And all the skirmishers are going to head north. Anderson, same thing, wrap around here. Yep, Breckenridge. And I'll shift to Bragg, actually, to help those guys. Let Breckenridge fight the main fight here. What we want is to hold this defensive line and keep this entire force from coming north. This is 15,000 guys. So we want to make sure that they are out of the fight. Yep, okay. Let it roll. Actually, I think if Gibson is able to charge these guys with even just a little bit of condition, I'll force him to surrender. Jenkins is not having the effect I hoped, even though they're running away. They're going to lose all their condition right away. Yeah, see? Veach making a push for it. And the map opens up. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. The way is definitely open. Are these guys even engaging? Doesn't look like it. Too short a range, maybe. All right. Shock cavalry straight through. Scout cavalry straight through. Jenkins will be exhausted, so he won't be any use in that fight. He's already firing into the flank of those guys. Shift the 6-pounders to that side. Bragg is going to be my commander on the site. Okay, so what we want is, yeah, skirmishers basically swarm through. Actually, if these guys can go in the open, that might be a little faster. I don't think he's going to make it that far. But Martin straight through. Anderson straight through. Hodgson pull out. These guys are still trying to return to their their brigade. Supplies are almost out. Keep moving north. Burn north. Any more artillery units in there? Yeah, Hodgson's moving. Breckenridge switch to here. Actually, let's see if I can get this guy over to here. If I can push these guys down the hill, that's the ideal situation. I can leave 2 or 3 brigades to crush them. I'll be honest, it looks like it's artillery that's doing the dirty work. Pond pull out, move north. Gladden, move north, but don't pull out. Okay, this brigade is engaging Statham and Trevuse skirmishers, so that's ideal. That cavalry retreated, which means I need to readjust where these guys are located. Because there's still an enemy infantry brigade down there somewhere. Route, come north. These guys are going to be a problem. Too slow. I hope they don't get overrun by the cavalry. Jenkins is exhausted. He needs to stay there. I'm going to go ahead and set those guys up facing that way. I need to push these guys out of the woods and down the hill. That's the goal. And I should be able to do it relatively easily with this flanking fire. These guys are already retreating, so chances are they're just going to fold. See how we're doing. See, they're all shifting. He sent another infantry brigade to deal with these skirmishers. That is fantastic news. Fantastic. Because it means that these guys can just fall back and draw these 2 infantry brigades out of the fight. So for slightly under 600 men, I can pull over 5,000, almost 5,000 troops out of the battle completely. How's that artillery doing? They're moving and there's nobody there. They're not even spotted. Okay. Why are Gibson's skirmishers running away? I didn't even see what happened there. He's engaging. Chalmers is engaging. Jackson's engaging. Well, okay, let's send them around their back then. I do want to make sure that these skirmishers don't get pushed back. They might have actually... Is he running? Yeah, he's running. Wow, okay. I don't want to get him out stuck, so let's shift him to face Miller here. Yeah, see, these guys are going to try to push back across. I think we can hold them, but it's not going to be easy. I think I want 1-3 rifle up there. I want 1-1 grenadier up there. 2nd Division is going to... Whoa, those guys just rolled right in, didn't they? Second Division and Gibson are going to handle this. Jenkins' guys are actually rested, so let's put them firing on the flank of Buckland. Oh, they took off. All right, move forward. Sorry I'm pausing so much. It's just this battle is tricky as all get out. Get the 6-pounders up into line. Maybe here. Jenkins engage those guys. Gibson keep pushing Allen back, who should fold in a minute. Okay, the cavalry successfully overran that artillery. So before Tuttle can back that guy up, we gotta take that artillery out. So let's just run through them. Gibson's guys can return because they're no longer combat worthy. Hodgson here, I think. Turning Robertson to face these guys to put some fire on him. Gladden's 85% morale. He's not in bad shape. I just stepping back a little bit so he's not completely engaged with those guys. Actually, If that infantry is going to abandon their artillery, I'm going to shift and go for what is this guy's name? Taylor. Okay. Actually, tell those guys to attack. All right. Somebody's going to be gone here in a minute. Somebody's in melee. Okay. Tuttle grabbed the defensive positions. That's okay. Where's... Oh, because Gibson's over there. Crap. Okay, so 1-2's got those guys. Yeah, what's happening is these guys are sliding up here, trying to reach the defensive position. See how we're doing against McDowell's charging. Okay, fall back then. Yeah, these guys are going to be able to engage that artillery. I don't think I'm going to reach those woods before they do. Any other skirmishers? Yeah, Jackson. Deploy the skirmishers to put fire on the rear of those guys. I'm going to have to send Jackson actually there. Use Statham to cut the curve. These guys are on their way. Is that the last artillery? That's the last artillery. So Gladden can pull out now. Those guys are front. Those guys. Gibson's got those guys even though he's low condition. What I'm concerned about is not those guys. Pulling those guys out. We need somebody to sit here and kill those guys. But I'm going to pull the 24 pounders out and send them north. If Chalmers can't make this, he's going to have to fall back to this line, which actually might not be a bad idea. Let's have him fall back there. It's going to allow him to get through there, but I think I can survive that. No, not you. And, oh, yeah, put Martin down there. Buckland's not in great shape, as I recall. No, don't run backwards. All right, we've lost somebody down here in the mess. That cavalry unit's moving in around my flank. I've lost track of him. But he's not threatening anybody as far as I can tell. He might eventually kill these guys. setting up for reinforcements. Okay. We'll fall the 1-2 rifle back to there. If they come back up, we'll have to fight them down again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jenkins is in trouble. How is Allen not, or Alton not dead? Like, oh, actually, short ammo. Go, go, go. Oh, look at these skirmishers. There's cover right here, but yet you choose to fight in the open where you can get shot. Why would you do that? No, stay there. Skirmishers, I swear. Actually, send Statham's guys after Taylor. Send Tribu's guys after these guys. Let's see how we're doing here. I think one of my skirmisher units, yeah, they got Gladden's skirmishers got pushed back. And they're actually combat ineffective at this point. So are Chalmers. Jackson's still okay. Have him focus on that unit. Actually, no. Fall back. Because this is a frickin' killing ground right here. Set up 1-3 rifle. And 1-1 grenadier to and send Martin skirmishers this way. Send Gladden up there. Gibson actually recovered some from some condition there. Those guys are already moving. Those guys are already moving. Those guys are guarding the flank. Jenkins is in real trouble, yeah. He needs to fall back. I mean, he's a skirmisher, but even skirmishers aren't invulnerable. Okay, we got somebody doing sliding here. Don't know why Jackson is falling out of his position. Didn't see where that other brigade went. Jenkins is 35% morale. He can fall back to here. Who's in melee? Somebody's in melee. Oh, because they pushed into Martin's skirmishers. That's alright. See if we can get Pond in better cover. Yeah, McDowell's running. .2-1 rifle needs to move. I think I'm moving my artillery too much. Wait, why in the world would those guys grab that defensive line? That makes no sense. Chalmers guys can return. How in the world is that blocked? He's in his firing arc with nobody in the way. And now it's just a question of killing him. Where'd that other brigade go? Actually, no. This cluster isn't moving. Those guys are now chasing the cavalry. Jackson's gonna end up killing those guys. What I need is some artillery to fire down into this group. I'm gonna pull Hudson out and shift him to this flank. Yeah, I don't want to get dragged down there into the swamp. What I want is to get my artillery into position to really hammer on those guys. They're doing all right. .2-1 rifle is going to be my reserve. Actually, yeah, just right there. How is... Okay, whoa, stop. Look at this. How in the world is Anderson flanked? Because of these guys? Come on. And that's going to be the end of those guys. There's no way they're going to be able to do anything from that position. Gibson's now my flank unit. Lost track of that infantry brigade. Just... Oh, Jackson's skirmishers knocked out the artillery, and they dragged one of the reinforcement units back. All right, so fall back. Shift Gladden north again. Have Anderson dig in right here. Have Martin dig in right here. Wow, I actually emptied a supply unit. Not mine. 2 quarters. Let's see what route looks like. Yeah, he's at 3/4. So the supply issue, the supply situation in this game, in the mod, is much better than normal. Oh, Jackson got pushed back. Wow. Okay, that's not great. But I think Chalmers would be all right. Breckenridge is there. Moving north to try to grab Jackson. We can actually shift Bragg to that side too. Kemper's already where he needs to be. Put some fire into that cavalry. They may have actually gotten into melee with Jackson, and that's how they got pushed back. I don't know what these skirmishers are doing, but they're not doing their jobs. Yeah, but completely lost track of that infantry brigade. Tell those guys to fall back. Breckenridge go. Jackson's already recovered, so move back into position. Yeah, I think we've pushed those guys back. Those guys are in a slaughterhouse. Yep, those guys routed. Jackson's already moving back into position. We've still got 2-1 as reserves. I'm gonna have these guys fall back to this tree line. And actually get into those trees. Statham's gonna win, I think. Oh yeah, he's winning. He's totally winning. Yeah, Pawn survived that charge without even blinking. Whoa! Somehow enemy cavalry slipped through, and Jenkins is getting chewed up. They got chewed up too. Actually, follow these guys back. Oh, no, not you. We'll let those guys come up the hill and just take artillery fire. Who's charging? Somebody's charging. Oh, they're mad about the skirmishers, that's why. This is a cavalry opportunity right here. How did that guy get there? How did Martin end up here? Did he come around here? Because that guy was digging around in the swamp. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Like, where did he come from? Keep Carews guys on that artillery. Anderson can fall back now. We've got ammo supply problems. He's empty. But I don't think it'll make a difference. Rowett's not even close to running out of supply. Actually, what I should be doing is focusing my 10-pounders on those guys. Let the 12-pounders worry about the guys coming from that direction. I'm worried about the 10-pounders getting shot by this guy. I'll shift them. One Grenadiers is being engaged. Wow. Okay, no. Yeah, there's no leadership here. They're not going to make it. Have them fall back. Oh, no, they did. They won that fight. Barely. Wow, look at those guys move. Look at how fast that unit is moving. Well, not you. And Tribu's guy is still chasing the artillery. Pull Jackson back. No, 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 not melee. Not melee. Just let him go. That's going to get a bunch of guys killed. I think I lost a couple of skirmisher units there, or at least they took way more damage than they should have. How do these guys return? Have the cav tackle those guys. Oh, they're charging pond again. All right, we're going to release one of the rebel supply unit or the Union supply units to these guys because I'm running out of ammo here. Pond's out of ammo. I could shift route, but these guys need all the ammo they can get to pound the rest of these units into the ground. Pond is falling back. Stuart's not in good shape, though. I know Taylor's down there somewhere. My guys are taking a lot of damage from this fight here. Must switch Gibson for 2-3 rifle. I've got a bunch of batteries focused on Hayes, but I can't take him out. And that's victory. So they ended up with 61,970 men, 3,000 cavalry. They lost 111 guns, 1,600 cavalry, 908 captured, 21,000 infantry. So to 6,000 losses on my side. Yeah, this it's interesting. The battle didn't change much. If anything, again, the battle was easier. It could be because the Union was probably using 1842s, and I think that's probably the case. Gibson was my top killer with 1,800, 2-2 rifles right behind him. Hodgson with 1,300. I want to say Hodgson was 6-pounders. Yeah, the 1-4 24-pounders, they lost 16 guys, but they killed 13. That was 4 guns. 4 guns. 4 guns. 1,300 kills. Jenkins had 1,000. Like, essentially what this does is it makes every unit deadlier. Every unit that has the decent rifles is more dangerous, and every artillery unit that gets close can do incredible damage. We did lose Jenkins. He was killed. Oh, Aetius was wounded. That sucks, but lots of other people were promoted, including Gladden, which doesn't matter. Penrose, No, Buckley. No, I don't think any of these guys are my guys. So let's see what we recovered. A bunch of 10-pounder ordnance and 10-pounder parrots. That's awesome. 1,700 Palmetto 1842s, which, as you might recall, are they're actually Springfield 1855s. Those are good rifles. 200 Colts. That's good. We'll need those replacements. How did the cavalry do? Let's see. They had a couple good runs. Yeah, minimal losses. 800 kills each for the shock units. 400, 200. Not too surprising. A bunch of Springfield 1842s, which I'm just going to sell because those are terrible. 3,000 supplies, 2,000 supplies, recovered Napoleon, captured 6 12-pounder howitzers, which turned out to be pretty darn good in this battle. I think yeah, these guys, 678 kills. Not bad for 23 losses too. And they were moving around a lot, so I probably moved them more than I should have. They could have done more damage otherwise. But yeah, overall, good battle. Following the same battle plan as before. But essentially, the better rifles, the more rapid fire, just makes my units more effective. And they're able to just tear through the Union units and knock them backwards. Particularly the short-range artillery is able to just knock them back with massive casualties. So there you have it. Legendary JonnyH13 Realism mod, Confederates at Shiloh. Thanks for watching.